sun disappears behind the horizon, America's farmlands don't fall asleep. They hold their breath. In the wide-open rural regions of Texas and the southern states, darkness doesn't bring silence. It brings movement. Somewhere beyond the tree line, the ground begins to tremble, softly at first, almost unnoticeable. To an untrained ear, it's nothing. To farmers, it's a warning they know too well. Wild boars are coming. They don't charge blindly. They observe. They wait. They test the land like seasoned invaders, learning patterns, memorizing routes, and exploiting every weakness humans leave behind. These animals are not simple pests anymore. They are a force that adapts faster than most people realize. A single herd can destroy months of hard labor in less than an hour. Crops are uprooted, irrigation lines shattered, fences crushed as if they were made of paper. By morning, fields that once promised harvest turn into wastelands of torn soil and broken hope. Tonight is no different. A farmer stands near the edge of his land, staring into the darkness. He knows what's out there. He's seen it before. Last season, he lost nearly half his yield in just 3 nights. Insurance didn't cover the damage. Repairing the land took weeks. The financial hit nearly ended everything. That's why this time he didn't wait. Licensed hunters arrived quietly, vehicles parked far from the fields. No loud talk, no unnecessary lights. Every movement is deliberate. In situations like this, excitement is dangerous. Discipline keeps people alive. Thermal scopes power on, instantly revealing a hidden world. What looked empty seconds ago now pulses with heat signatures. Small animals scatter. Birds take flight. And then a larger shape appears. A wild boar. It stands at the edge of the crops, massive and still, its body angled toward the field. This isn't a coincidence. Experienced hunters recognize this behavior immediately. This boar is not here to feed. It's here to check for danger. A scout. Somewhere behind it, unseen and waiting, the rest of the herd is listening. If the scout senses safety, dozens will follow. If it detects threat, they vanish and return another night. Smarter, more cautious, more destructive. The hunters don't rush the moment. Wind direction is checked again. Distance measured. The boar lowers its head, sniffing the air, testing every scent carried by the breeze. Seconds feel longer than minutes. One mistake now could scatter the herd permanently or trigger a dangerous charge. The rifle settles. Breathing slows. The shot breaks the night. The boar drops instantly, the sound echoing across the field. For a moment, everything freezes. Even the insects seem to stop. But this is only the beginning. Within seconds, multiple heat signatures flare up deeper in the darkness. Larger shapes. Faster movement. The herd has realized something is wrong, and they are reacting, not retreating, advancing. The ground shakes harder now. The real threat is emerging, and what started as a controlled operation is about to become a fight against numbers, strength, and instinct. Because once wild boars decide to move, stopping them is never easy, and this night is far from over. The silence after the first shot doesn't last long. Deep inside the darkness, movement explodes. Thermal scopes suddenly light up with chaos. Dozens of heat signatures scatter in different directions. Some retreating, others circling wide. But a few shapes don't run at all. They turn. They advance. This is the moment experience hunters fear the most. Wild boars are unpredictable, but wounded pride and territorial instinct make them deadly. When cornered, they don't flee like deer. They charge with terrifying speed, tusks low, bodies built like armored tanks. Eyes up, one hunter whispers through the radio. No sudden moves. The ground begins to vibrate again, heavier now, faster. From the left side of the field, a massive boar breaks cover. Its body is thick, scarred, and powerful, a veteran survivor. This isn't a random animal. This is the kind of boar that has escaped traps, bullets, and hunters before. It lets out a low, guttural grunt. Then it charges. The distance closes in seconds. Hunters snap into motion. One adjusts position. Another steadies his rifle, tracking the animal's erratic zigzag sprint. Boars don't run straight. They fake, cut, and change direction to avoid shots. The first shot misses. Dirt erupts inches from the boar's path. The animal doesn't slow down. Heartbeats thunder in the ears. A charge like this can kill a man. Broken legs, crushed organs, ripped flesh. It's happened before. Everyone here knows the risk. No one panics, but tension is razor sharp. A second shot rings out. This time, the boar stumbles, not down but wounded. It crashes through crop rows, tearing plants apart like paper. Still dangerous, still moving. Then a third shot. The boar collapses hard, sliding through mud and soil before going still. For a brief moment, relief spreads through the team. But it doesn't last, because the thermal scopes reveal something else. More heat signatures are approaching from the opposite side of the field, not scattered, not confused. Organized. A second herd. This is when reality hits. Tonight isn't a single incident. The land has become a feeding ground, and word is spread. Wild boars travel far, following destruction left by others. Where crops are torn and soil exposed, more will come. Hunters reposition quickly, forming overlapping fields of fire. Radios crackle with short, sharp commands. Everyone is counting rounds, angles, escape routes. Meanwhile, farm dogs begin barking in the distance, agitated, frantic. Animals sense what humans can't. Pressure building before violence erupts. The herd reaches the edge of the field. Multiple boars step into view. Young ones, large adults, and at least one enormous alpha pushing from behind. Their eyes reflect faint light. Their bodies tense. This isn't feeding behavior. It's confrontation. A coordinated volley of shots breaks the standoff. 2 boars drop instantly. Others scatter. Some retreating, some charging blindly through crops, others disappearing into darkness, already planning their return. When the gunfire finally stops, the field is torn, air heavy with dust and smoke. But the damage has already been done. Hunters lower their weapons slowly, scanning every direction. No cheers, no celebration. This wasn't a victory. It was containment. The farmer steps forward, surveying what's left of his land. Another night survived. Another problem postponed. Because everyone here knows one truth. As long as wild boars keep multiplying faster than they can be stopped, this war will never truly end. And the next night could be even worse. Midnight passes, but the hunt is far from over. The air grows heavier, colder. Fog creeps low across the damaged field, clinging to broken stalks and churned soil. Visibility drops. Thermal scopes become the only reliable eyes left in the darkness. That's when the radios crackle again. Movement, lots of it. The screen lights up. Not scattered heat signatures this time. A wall of them. Dozens of bodies pushing forward together, slow and deliberate. This isn't a panicked herd. This is pressure. A migration driven by hunger and dominance. Wild boars learn fast. They remember gunfire. They remember losses. And sometimes they come back stronger. The lead hunter signals a halt. Everyone drops low, kneeling behind what little cover remains. Rifles stay raised, fingers resting just outside triggers. No one wants to fire too early. Then a sudden scream rips through the night. One of the spotters stumbles backward. A boar has burst in the fog at close range, far closer than expected, less than 10 meters. No time to aim properly. The animal slams into the dirt where the man stood a second earlier, tusks carving deep trenches into the soil. A shot erupts point blank. The boar drops, skidding past the team lifeless. But the damage is done. Adrenaline surges. Breathing turns sharp. Everyone knows how close that was, and the herd keeps coming. Shots begin echoing from multiple directions now. The fog distorts sound, making it hard to track where animals are falling and where they're still advancing. Boars charge, retreat, circle wide, then charge again. This isn't hunting anymore. It's defense. One hunter's rifle clicks empty. He falls back to reload, hands shaking just enough to matter. Another boar breaks through, slipping past the firing line and vanishing into the fields beyond. That one will remember tonight. Thermal scopes pick up movement near the tree line. Larger shapes. Older animals. The survivors. A massive alpha steps forward, slower than the others, confident. Scarred hide, thick neck, head held low. It doesn't rush. It tests the line. Everyone tracks it. One shot lands, ineffective. Another hits muscle. The boar roars, a sound more felt than heard, and finally charges. Time stretches. 3 rifles fire almost together. The alpha collapses just meters from the line, sliding to a stop in the mud. The ground shakes as its body settles. Then silence. No movement on thermal. No charging shapes. Just cooling bodies scattered across the field. Fog thins slowly. Dawn begins pressing against the horizon, pale and exhausted. Hunters stand in place for several long seconds, scanning, listening. Only when the sun's first light touches the crops do rifles finally lower. The field is damaged, scarred, but standing. The farmer walks out quietly, boots sinking into mud and broken stalks. He doesn't smile. He doesn't speak. He simply nods. That's enough. As the team packs up, everyone understands one thing clearly. This night will be talked about, remembered, but it won't be the last. Because wild boars don't give up land easily, and neither do the people who live on it.